Greetings! I come to you with the beautiful rising sun. It's around 8 in the morning here in Costa Rica. And I'm ready to speak on this topic. One of my lovely subscribers recommended this topic in the comment section of one of my videos. I'm sorry I don't remember your name, beloved, but I'm going to go find it and write it here. Thank you for the suggestion. And I would love to talk about being a natural woman. And I'm like, there's so much to that. So being a natural woman and expressing myself in this way of like having the freeform locks and the way I don't shave in particular. I'm going to talk about like how I express my naturalness and why I chose this lifestyle, why it resonates with me. And I always have some alfalfas out. Don't come for me. These are the new locks, you know. Anyways, so let's start with the foundation, which is my mother. My mother is actually a very natural person. She has no hair. She's bald-headed. If I'm able, I'm going to put a picture here. And she cut her hair off when I was like 10 years old just because she likes that. She doesn't like to do her hair. She was never super into like she's not super girly and into like, she never wears makeup or anything like that. And she also has never shaved her legs. But because she's never shaved in her life, she's not even that hairy. Like her legs are beautiful. So I did grow up seeing her being pretty natural. She did shave her underarms, but yeah, like, I mean, she had the short haircut, like was natural. She never allowed me to get a perm. And she didn't want me to get like weave or anything either. Like my mom always kind of told me like, no, like you don't need any of that stuff. And she never taught me about makeup because she doesn't use it either. So the foundation of my life is not one that's really in expressing my femininity through those things. Now I see those things and think that they're gorgeous. But whenever I try, I always look busted, y'all. Like all my life, the phases where I try to do makeup a little, like I just really am not good at that kind of thing. So the no makeup thing really comes from like, this is easy for me. I don't want to say that I'm lazy, but I'm really like low maintenance. I just like to get clean and that's it. I don't really like to have to do a lot of stuff because whenever I try, I really actually don't like the way I look. Even with my locks in the beginning, I thought I was going to retwist, but I tried to retwist them a few times in the first year. And whenever I retwisted them, I hated how they looked. I liked how they looked when they were messy. You know, like I like to be just a little messy, y'all. And yeah, that's just been my personality. And like I said, my mom kind of facilitated that. She always wanted me to be natural. My mom did not like the locks at first, but she also didn't like my fro at first. When I stopped straightening my hair and started wearing my afro, she was talking shit until I got good at it. And same with the locks. Like now she kind of likes them, but she does tell me I should retwist my hair. She's like, but in the front it looks horrible. But like for me, this looks good. And when I see it retwisted, I'm like, I don't really like that. Like I like it to be nice and thick and full and not so perfect. Because for me, that reflects nature. I love living in nature. That's a part of why I'm such a natural woman. I love to just be really connected to source, really grounded, really simple, you know? And I love luxury too, don't get me wrong. I love luxury. I love nice things and beautiful things. But yeah, as far as like how I do my body, I like to keep it mad simple, you know, because then that's easy for me. Like I'm the type I've always been the girl that gets ready really quickly. I don't need a whole lot of time to get ready. And not because I'm not taking care of myself. Like I want to take care of myself as far as like getting nice and clean, getting all oiled up, like my little oils, perfume, whatever. But I don't really like doing anything more. I don't like having to do my hair, and I don't really like to have to do makeup. And I do think those things are beautiful, but I genuinely don't even have those skills. So yeah, and then as far as being hairy, so I was not always like this. I think it was like the end of college, like my senior year when I stopped shaving. So I was around 21. And now I'm 26. And actually, fun fact, today is September 2nd while I'm filming this, and my birthday is March 2nd. So this is my half birthday. It's exactly 6 months since I turned 26 and 6 months before I turned 27. And I was just thinking about that this morning, like, because I was having a nice rising. But yes, anyways, What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wasn't always hairy. One of my very good friends, Courtney Goldilocks, love you, girl. She didn't shave her legs or her underarms, I think, during college. I don't remember. I'd have to ask her like when she stopped shaving, but there was a point where we were really good friends and I saw that she had hairy legs and I always thought like her legs looked beautiful. Like I was like, you know, Courtney's really beautiful and she doesn't shave. And she also had locks, so she's one of my lock inspirations as well. Yeah, it was so funny. Like, just being able to witness it just was a reminder to me that actually, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. Like, I do want to be beautiful, you know. But that was just an opportunity for me to see the beauty in having hair, and also my mom. Like, I felt like my mom's legs were always beautiful. She never shaved. So yeah, it was like a November, and people talked about no shave November. I think it was mostly like for guys with their beards at the time, but I was like, I'm gonna do no shave November. I'm just not gonna shave all month. And it was so freeing. I love not having to shave. Shaving takes so much time and effort. And then I started to get deeper in it, like watching videos on YouTube about like how not using the plastic from all the razors is actually really good as well, because we just have so many like so many things that are just going to end up being waste, and just being mindful of how much waste we're creating. So me being more natural also makes it so I can have a smaller footprint, you know, like I use less, and so I have less of an impact as far as like generating waste on the earth. So that was also a nice bonus. And once I stopped shaving, I was hooked, because I like the way my hair looks actually. And whenever I shave, I don't like how it looks when it's like really short and it's like in that prickly stage. I hate the way hair looks. And for me, I mean, I'm a hairy woman. Like my hair grows back really fast. I have to shave every 2 days if I want to stay bald. That's just not happening. Especially now that I'm living fucking off the grid. I don't even have running water. But yeah, anyways, I love not shaving because I like how it looks once it gets full. Same with my legs, and it feels good. And then I just don't even worry, and I just live my life. And I trigger the fuck out of my family, because I mean, here where I live in Costa Rica, all my friends, like, we're all hairy women. Like, none of us shave. So it's super normal here, and I walk around with just no shame, and I feel super good about it, and no one ever says anything to me. But when I go back to the States, like my dad, when he first saw my legs, he was like, oh my God, Deja, I'm going to have to get used to you. I'm going to have to get used to you. I mean, oh my God. Like he can't believe it, because they're not used to seeing it. And that's a part of why I do it too, so that other people can witness, like, this is what it looks like when a woman chooses not to shave. This is the truth of that. Like, we can be this hairy, and like, that's okay. And, when you do it and you show like your beauty and your love for yourself, that's really inspiring for other people. Like, I love my legs. It can be really inspiring for other people. Whenever I see other hairy women, I feel so like, yes. Proud of you, you know? Because it's not easy, especially when you're living in a world that is telling you that it's gross or it's unattractive. And I must say, I've had no problem with men being attracted to me despite my hairiness. And a part of that actually keeps the men who I wouldn't even like away from me. And I only attract, you know, supernatural men and men who are into this, obviously. So it also acts as like a repellent, a barrier for people who can't handle like the fucking truth of me. They're not even going to want to be around me. They're not even going to want to be seen with a woman who's this hairy. And I don't know, like the Aquarius in me loves that. Like the rebel in me is like, yeah, stay away from me if you can't handle all of this wild woman. Yeah, and the wild woman. I'm reading this book, Women Who Run with the Wolves, and this other book also, Burning Woman. They're both about similar topics, about like the wild woman archetype. And nice little butterfly. Yeah, the true wild feminine self. And I feel like I've been reclaiming the fuck out of that. Actually, all my life I've been wild, but I've been really getting deeper into it as I've been embodying this. Sorry, my phone ran out of space. I've been getting more into it as I've been embodying this natural lifestyle, this life that is very much in connection and in communion with nature, with the natural world. So also I want to mention, like, not just about the plastic with the razors, but also thinking of just the chemicals that are in a lot of things. Like, what is even makeup? Like, definitely, if I find a natural type of makeup that is not harming the earth and doesn't have any weird chemicals in it, then I would absolutely be happy to put it on my face. But I'm really mindful about what I put on my body. Like, for the most part on my body, like, I just be putting like coconut oil, essential oils, shea butter, like things that I really trust, that I know what the source of it is. So that's a part of being so natural. Like, I used to always wear nail polish too, all my life. You could never catch me without my nails painted. And my nails used to always be super long because I would like to grow them out. Now I play the guitar, so I keep them short. And I stopped wearing nail polish because I was like, what the fuck even is nail polish? And it's something I never thought I would let go, but I fully have let go since I've been adapting into this lifestyle. And like, as you can see, I'm super plain. Like, I'm not even wearing any earrings or jewelry right now, which I normally will wear some jewelry, but I like to keep it simple. And I love myself this way. It feels like a part of my journey into self-love as well, because back in the days, like when I was in middle school, high school, and I was battling so much depression, I was trying so hard to try to look like a certain thing, like a certain like version of the Black woman that I thought I needed to be attractive, or to be desired, or to be wanted, to be accepted. And I always felt really awkward, actually. I grew up feeling really awkward, especially about how I dressed. I always felt like I was not quite fashionable, not quite cool enough. But since I've become more natural, which I've been reclaiming since college, like just getting back into my Afrocentricity and just into my natural self, like I've started to love myself so much more. When I look in the mirror, I'm like so proud to see who I am, and I feel like I look like myself and I look like my ancestors. And I feel like I'm exactly what the seed of me wanted to be. Like, I'm the flower that the seed of me has always wanted to be, because I've just allowed myself to just be watered and nourished, and to just grow into the woman I am today. And so reclaiming your naturalness is a way of reclaiming your power, your right to just be what you are. When I say natural, like, what does natural mean to you? It means what happens organically. Like, God made it. Like, God made the fucking trees and shit. Like the just raw, wild beauty of nature, and the raw, wild beauty of us, because we are nature as well. We are nature. We are not separate. I had another thought of some words to say, but they have left me now. If I think of them, I'll have to add it in here. But yeah, thank you for this. Thank you for this question, this reflection. I actually made a whole video about this and deleted it because I felt like there was more I wanted to say, but this time I feel better about what has been expressed. But yeah, I'm loving being natural. I'm getting deeper into my naturalness now that I'm living off the grid on my farm. Like, this is what I live in, and fully open to the elements. And I don't have any electricity, no running water, no bathroom. I've been getting to the roots of some things, y'all. It's been really deep and really healing. And I'm going to make a video soon about off-grid living in particular, coming up on like I guess now it's probably like been 4 or 5 months since I moved here. Maybe I'll do a video at 6 months and let y'all know what's going on. Also, I have a Patreon. My Patreon is Fine Serenity. That's just some parrots passing by. They sound like dinosaurs. On my Patreon, I have 11, soon there will be 12 vlogs of the whole process of getting started on the land and getting this structure built. And my experience camping on the land before I got the structure built, and like all the struggles and all the beauty that has been happening on the farm. It's all up on my Patreon. I have like 20 to 30 minute vlogs up, so there's lots of juiciness in there. So yeah, check me out. And then the money I get from Patreon is what helps to support me to pay consistently for labor, for things that I need done on the farm that I can't do myself. I need help, I need funds, I'm doing my best, but that support is everything to me. And I'm really trying to share as much as I can on there, so like when you go, you're going to be getting something that's so of value, which is learning how to do this, how to start a farm in Costa Rica. So if that's something that interests you, definitely go check out my Patreon. Love y'all so much. Peace and blessings. Peace.